With all the developments taking place on the back of the opposition finally announcing their presidential candidate, we spoke to Lalu Prasad, who spoke exclusively to India Today on the day Ram Nath Kovind filed nomination for president race. He slammed his coalition partner Nitish Kumar for extending support to the NDA candidate, telling India Today's backing Kovind is a historic mistake by his Bihar ally. Listen in.
इसमें एकाएक उन लोगों ने फैसला लिया रामनाथ कोविंद जी को, और रामनाथ कोविंद जी का नाम लिया और अपना ऐलान कर दिया नीतीश कुमार जी ने। तो मैंने कल भी कहा, आज भी मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि हम इसको नीतीश जी से बात करेंगे कि हम और आप फासिस्ट और कम्युनल ताकतों के खिलाफ मैंडेट लेके बिहार में महागठबंधन बना करके आए थे, तो इससे गलत मैसेज जाएगा कि भाई ये लोग आपस में टूट रहे हैं, अलग अलग नज़रिया इन लोगों का है। लोगों के मन में असमंजस है कि क्या हुआ नीतीश जी को और उनकी पार्टी को, और ये ऐतिहासिक भूल तो लोगों ने किया है उन लोगों ने। तो हम अपील करेंगे, बार बार समझाएंगे उनको।
All right, I want to immediately connect to my colleague Brijesh Pandey, who's joining us for the latest development. Brijesh, of course, Lalu Prasad there talking to India Today exclusively, reiterating the fact that this is going to be a historic blunder when it comes down to his coalition partner Nitish Kumar supporting the NDA candidate. What are we expecting also? I believe that massive show of strength today where everybody connected to the NDA, 20 chief ministers where the NDA is concerned, the Prime Minister, the party chief and other leaders all going alongside Ram Nath Kovind to file his nomination. Give us the latest.
Well, Preeti, I mean, as far as Lalu Prasad Yadav is concerned, there are twin forces at play. What is worrying Lalu Prasad Yadav is that, in the backdrop of spate of CBI and income tax ED raids and income tax going ahead and confiscating several properties, Benami properties, which are being said to be linked to Lalu Prasad Yadav family. Lalu Prasad Yadav is under considerable heat. And this particular decision of Nitish Kumar going ahead and announcing support for Ram Nath Kovind is also being seen as an effort by Nitish Kumar to downplay the influence which is being exercised by Lalu Prasad Yadav in the politics of Bihar. Right now, Lalu is cornered, and many are feeling that by announcing this support, Nitish Kumar is sending a very strong signal to Lalu Prasad Yadav that right now he has the ace as far as the politics of Bihar is concerned. But, one very interesting thing is that yesterday when we were talking to one senior JDU MLA, he said that, the reason why JDU said that they will support Ram Nath Kovind is because he was a Dalit and he was governor of Bihar. But in politics, nothing is final. And given the fact that now a Dalit woman from Bihar has been given ticket by UPA, it could lead to some sort of a reconsideration. So it's going to be an extremely interesting scenario for the next 48 to 78 hours.
Very quickly, there's an emissary been sent by the JDU as well, who will go alongside Ram Nath Kovind today?
Well, yes, apart from JDU, BJD is also expected to send its emissary, as the BJP has made this nomination of Ram Nath Kovind as a massive show of strength. Prime Minister, BJP party chief Amit Shah, cabinet colleagues and various other chief ministers, BJP as well as NDA chief ministers, they all will be in attendance when at 11:45 Ram Nath Kovind will file his nomination. So the BJP is making sure that no stone is unturned in making this nomination a power statement. And this is the reason why, almost all top politicians belonging to the saffron hue will be there in attendance.
All right. We're going to come back to you, Brijesh, because, of course, there's a campaigning strategy as well at the back of all of this, because after the nomination is filed, even though with at least right now what seems to be a token fight for the opposition, the BJP is going to make a big deal of the campaign. A day after the opposition announced Meera Kumar as its presidential candidate, what we're expecting today is Ram Nath Kovind set to file nomination papers at 11:45. A massive show of strength, as my colleague Brijesh has been pointing out. The BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, with the Prime Minister and Chief Minister of at least 20 states expected to be present during the filing of papers. BJP sources suggest 4 sets of nomination papers have been prepared to be signed by the Prime Minister Modi, Party Chief Amit Shah, Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal. The NDA is believed to have secured over 60% of the votes for the presidential polls, turning the contest to largely being just symbolic. The opposition, however, is not giving up, with multiple appeals to Nitish to retract his support to Kovind. All right, so how are things going to actually play out? Multiple questions coming to light here. Would it be possible, even now when the JDU has said multiple times that there is no question to reconsider, to actually for the opposition and the RJD importantly to convince the JDU to reconsider on this account? Joining me right now is Javed Ansari, Executive Editor, India Today in the studio. We also have Ajit Jha, Editor, Research, India Today. He's joining us live. Javed, I want to come to you. So many questions down here. You know, there's an ideological difference here is what the opposition is saying. It's the fascist forces with what they say against secular forces. It does put Nitish Kumar in a quandary.
Well, it does, considering the fact that the whole idea of the entire opposition banding together and putting up a joint candidate was mooted by Mr. Nitish Kumar. He sought a meeting with Congress President Sonia Gandhi 2.5 months ago, and he mooted this idea. Something transpired. Perhaps people feel this has a lot to do with the dynamics of the coalition in Bihar, and that's why Mr. Nitish Kumar has now intriguingly changed position, decided to cut his ties with the opposition on this issue and side with the NDA. It is very intriguing, it is very surprising, and I'd be even greatly surprised if Nitish Kumar now changes his decision. I don't think he will. This is a very well thought out strategy. He perhaps wants to distance himself from Lalu Yadav, and this is the first step towards what many believe could eventually even lead to a parting of ways between them, although there is still a lot of time left for that to happen. All right,
Ajit, what do you make of what's going on? Do you reckon, because definitely there will be implication on this coalition of the JDU, RJD in Bihar as well?
You see, Nitish Kumar is actually in a strange situation. He's a chief minister, but he doesn't have the majority inside. I mean, his party, JDU, doesn't have the majority. Lalu has the majority. And Lalu has taken a firm position in favor of Meera Kumar. Now, Nitish wants to distance himself from Lalu, at the same time be a part of the coalition. So he's under tremendous pressure. But if he is politically savvy, I think he should reconsider his decision for 3 reasons. One, Nitish Kumar's main plank was women's empowerment. Here you have a candidate who is, as they claim, Bihar ki beti, right? Number 2, she's also a Dalit. And number 3, she's the daughter of Babu Jagjivan Ram. Jagjivan Ram, during the JP movement, had switched from Congress to the Janata Party. And Nitish Kumar is a product of the JP movement. So if he actually respects that mandate, he should actually switch sides. On top of that, Meera Kumar comes from the community of Dusads among the Dalit community, which has considerable vote in Bihar. So in the next election, Nitish Kumar will require that vote. So if he doesn't switch sides, he's basically thinking of joining the NDA for 2019. So he's in a strange situation here. And
that's what Javed was pointing out here, because it seems to be deliberate right now on the face of it, distancing from the coalition partner where RJD is concerned. But Javed, let's just look at the numbers. With at least what seems right now is a contest which is heavily skewed in favor of the NDA, just by the virtue of numbers. So it seems to be at the onset a token fight which will be fought for the president elections. But when it comes down to voting, do you reckon it's too early to rule out that there will not be any breaks or no cross-voting?
Look, you can't entirely rule out cross-voting, but I'd be surprised if there's large-scale cross-voting. I'll also be very surprised if Nitish Kumar changes his mind. Nitish Kumar has many qualities about him, but one of the things that sticks out clearly is the fact that he's very rigid, very adamant. Once he takes a position, he stands by it. So therefore, he has now decided this is a very calculated step that he's taken. It has long-term implications. He's thought it through, and he has deliberately taken this position. And I'd be, for all the compelling reasons that my esteemed colleague pointed out, Mr. Jha, be that as it may, I do not think that he's going to resign from the position that he's taken. He will go forward.
He would.
So what will probably happen is that in a couple of days he'll try and balance this by blasting BJP on some other issue. But for now, as far as the president's election is concerned, he's firmly on their side.
Hypothetically, Javed, what do you reckon? Do you think it was a complacent opposition which could have acted quicker? Do you think, say, if Meera Kumar's name was announced earlier, things would have been different with the JDU, something which even the JDU representative admit to India Today?
This is all afterthought. even if they had 6 months ago, if the opposition had decided on Meera Kumar, do you think for the first time in India's history, the BJP has a majority of its own? It is in a position to appoint, to nominate somebody who's closer to their line of thinking as the president and the vice president of India. Why would they want to forgo that opportunity? Why would any ruling combination hand the presidentship on a platter to the opposition? So whether they had done it 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, we would have been faced with the same situation.
Same situation, because if you even go back to the history of the president elections, it's never quite happened again with just one example. We're going to come down to that, Javed, but let's quickly dip in. The latest that we can tell you is at about 11:45 is when Ram Nath Kovind, flanked by 20 NDA chief ministers and big political bigwigs where the BJP is concerned, will be going to file his nomination. We're going to get you continuous rolling coverage on that. Ajit, let me bring you back into this conversation with what Javed and I were discussing, where Javed says that, it's all an afterthought to suggest that it was a lazy or a complacent opposition. Even if Meera Kumar's name was suggested earlier, it would have never happened. And the master stroke that is being made out of what, the BJP did with this candidature is not quite as what it seems.
I would agree that if politics is about the game of agenda, then the BJP-led NDA did actually have a master stroke, because Meera Kumar was in UPA all this while. In the past, UPA was in power, but the UPA never considered Meera Kumar as a presidential candidate, let's say when Pratibha Patil's opportunity came. Or for that matter, even now, they were dilly-dallying with 4 or 5 other names. Meera Kumar's name did not come up. Meera Kumar's name only came out once Mr. Kovind's candidature was announced. So in a way, it's like a question between FIR, counter FIR. BJP obviously did a master stroke here. They'll claim that the Dalit agenda is in their hands. So I think they have an advantage, number one. Number two, the numbers are also with them. All they lack is about 17,000 votes, which they can get either from Biju Janata Dal or they can get from Anna DMK. So they don't really even need Nitish Kumar.
All right, okay, gentlemen, thank you there.
Their side,
okay, all right.
Conclusion.
All right, gentlemen, thank you there for joining us. Now, what implication could this possibly have on that Mahagathbandhan when it comes down to 2019? Well, 2 years, they say, is a very long time in politics. Right now, it seems, at least where Nitish is concerned, has decided to run with the hare and hunt with the hounds. We're going to keep getting you more on that story.